The fall that taught me how to fly. Welcome to Soft Girl Era, the sacred space where strong Black women unlearn survival, rediscover softness, and reclaim the joy, rest, and freedom they deserve. I'm your host, LeAnne Dolce, pronounced Dolce, like sweet softness whispered in French. And I'm your guide from burnout to boundaries, from doing to being, from strong to soft and loving, every second of it. I recently had the honor of sitting down with Tiarah Hough, a single mother of four who defied every odds stacked against her and published a book based on her life's experiences. Tiara is not just an author. She's a warrior who turned her pain into power, her struggles into stories, and her setbacks into a platform that's changing lives. Her impact on the world is profound, giving other single mothers, aspiring writers, and Black women everywhere the permission to dream, to write, and to rise, no matter how many times they've been knocked down. The insights she shared with me are nothing short of revolutionary. And today I want to pass them on to you because if you've ever felt like the weight of the world was crushing you, if you've ever wondered if you had the strength to stand back up, this conversation is for you. Let's start with a truth that nobody wants to admit. Getting knocked down hurts. It's not poetic, it's not graceful, it's raw and messy. And sometimes it leaves you lying on the floor, wondering if you even want to get back up. But here's the thing nobody tells you about that moment, the moment when you're flat on your back, staring at the ceiling, wondering if this is where your story ends. That moment, that's not the end, that's the beginning. Because getting back up, choosing to rise when every fiber of your being wants to stay down, that's where your power lives. That's where the magic happens. Tiara reminded me of something I think we've forgotten in this culture of hustle and grind and fake it till you make it. Resilience is your superpower, not the kind that comes with a cape and a theme song, but the quiet, unglamorous kind that shows up when you're tired, when you're doubting yourself, when everyone around you is telling you to quit and you decide to keep going anyway. That's the superpower. That's the thing that separates the people who make it from the people who don't. And let me be clear, this isn't about toxic positivity or pretending everything is fine when it's falling apart. This is about acknowledging the pain, the setback, the disappointment, and then choosing to move forward anyway. Because here's the truth, no matter how many times you get knocked down, getting back up is what defines your journey, not the fall itself. Let me tell you about a woman named Genevieve Custer Weeks. Genevieve was a professional ballerina. And if you know anything about ballet, you know it's not just physically demanding, it's emotionally and mentally exhausting. The discipline, the sacrifice, the constant pressure to be perfect, it's relentless. After years of performing at the highest level, Genevieve retired and she could have just walked away from dance entirely. She could have said, I gave it my all, I'm done. But she didn't. She saw a gap in the dance education market, a need for a different kind of ballet school for children, and she risked her savings to start Tutu School. Now, you'd think people would celebrate that, right? A successful ballerina using her expertise to create something new, something meaningful. Nope. She faced skepticism from the dance community and the business world. People doubted her. They questioned whether she could balance being an artist and a business leader. They told her it wouldn't work. They said she was dreaming too big, risking too much, stepping outside her lane. But Genevieve focused on her vision, ignored the detractors, and built a supportive team that believed in her mission. She didn't let the noise stop her. She didn't let the doubters define her. She tuned them out and kept moving. Today, Tutu School has expanded nationally, empowering young dancers and redefining ballet education. Genevieve didn't just get back up, she built an empire while doing it. She turned her passion into a national franchise that's impacting thousands of children and families. She proved that resilience and self belief can break barriers in any industry. And here's what I love about her story. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait for everyone to believe in her. She believed in herself first. And that belief carried her through every doubt, every setback, every moment when it would have been easier to quit. Because that's the second thing Tiarah emphasized in our conversation. People will always have opinions, but your purpose and progress aren't determined by their words. Let's talk about that for a second. The noise, the critics, the people who think they know what's best for you, even though they've never walked a day in your shoes. They're loud, aren't they? They'll tell you you're not ready, you're not qualified, you're not enough. And if you're not careful, you'll start believing them. You'll start shrinking yourself to fit their expectations. You'll start playing small because they can't see your vision. But here's the thing, their opinions are not your reality. Their doubts are not your destiny. You get to decide what you're capable of. You get to decide what your story looks like. And if they don't like it, that's their problem, not yours. Tiarah knows this intimately. As a single mother of four, she faced judgment and obstacles at every turn. People doubted her ability to write a book, to share her story, to make an impact. Society told her she should be focused on just getting by, just surviving, just keeping her head above water. But she prioritized her personal growth, wrote through adversity, and refused to let criticism or doubt silence her voice. She turned the emotional labor of telling her own story into a narrative of empowerment and hope. Her book has resonated with readers, especially Black women, encouraging them to persevere and share their own stories. She became a role model for resilience, proving that you can balance single motherhood, societal expectations, and the pursuit of your dreams all at the same time. And let's be honest, tuning out the noise is easier said than done, especially when the noise is coming from people you love, people you respect, people whose opinions you value. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, whose life am I living? Theirs or mine? And if the answer is yours, then you have to protect your peace, guard your vision, and keep moving forward, even when they don't understand, even when they think you're crazy, even when they tell you to slow down, play it safe, stay in your lane. Minda Harts is another woman who understands this deeply. Minda is the author of The Memo, and she rose from repeated workplace setbacks to become a leading advocate for equity in corporate America. Throughout her corporate career, she faced exclusion, microaggressions, and doubters who told her to wait her turn, to be patient, to stay in her lane. She was told that if she just worked hard enough, if she just kept her head down and played by the rules, eventually she'd get her seat at the table. But Minda got tired of waiting. She got tired of being told to be patient while others were promoted around her. She got tired of the microaggressions, the subtle and not so subtle ways she was told she didn't belong. So she decided she was done waiting. She channeled her experiences into advocacy, wrote a best selling book, and built a platform to help other women of color navigate similar challenges. Her work has shifted conversations about race and gender in the workplace, empowering thousands of Black professionals. She didn't just tune out the noise, she turned it into fuel. She used every rejection, every slight, every moment when she was told to wait, and she turned it into a movement. She created her own seat at the table, and then she pulled up chairs for countless others. And that brings me to the third insight Tiarah shared. Your story matters. Every setback you overcome builds a testimony that can inspire others, especially when you own and share your truth. Here's what I want you to understand: your story, with all its messiness, all its pain, all its imperfections, is powerful. It's not just powerful for you, it's powerful for the person who's watching you, the person who's struggling with the same thing you struggled with, the person who needs to know that if you made it through, they can too. Tiara's story matters because it gives other single mothers permission to dream, to write, to pursue their passions, even when the odds are stacked against them. Genevieve's story matters because it shows other Black women and artists that they can break barriers in any industry. Minda's story matters because it opens doors for countless others who were told to wait their turn. And your story, it matters too. Even if you don't think it's extraordinary, even if you think nobody cares, even if you're scared to share it. Your story has the power to change someone's life, but only if you own it, only if you share it, only if you refuse to let fear or shame or doubt keep you silent. Because here's the truth: every time you get back up, you're not just changing your own life, you're giving someone else permission to do the same. Every time you tune out the noise and keep moving forward, you're showing someone else that their dreams are worth fighting for. Every time you own your story, messy and imperfect as it is, you're lighting a path for someone who's still stumbling in the dark. So here's what I need you to do. The next time you face a setback, and you will, because life doesn't stop throwing punches, I want you to stand up, dust yourself off, and move forward with even more determination. Don't let criticism or negative voices dictate your path. Your comeback is your power. I want you to tune out the noise. Stop giving people who don't know your journey the power to define your destination. Protect your peace, guard your vision, and keep moving forward even when they don't understand. And I want you to own your story. Share it, write it, speak it, live it. Because someone out there needs to hear it. Someone out there is waiting for permission to get back up. And your story might be the thing that gives them the courage to do it. Tiarah Hough reminded me that resilience isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up every single time. It's about tuning out the noise and trusting your vision. It's about owning your story and using it to inspire others. And it's about choosing softness, rest, and self trust, even in a world that taught you survival. So here's my challenge to you. And I mean this with every fiber of my being. The next time life knocks you down, and it will, remember that getting back up is your superpower. Remember that the noise doesn't define you. And remember that your story, your messy, beautiful, imperfect story, has the power to change the world. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for everyone to believe in you. Start now. Get back up. Tune out the noise. Own your story, because the world is waiting for what only you can bring. And trust me, it's going to be extraordinary.